always wondered how much I could spend in order to get 360 FPS in Fortnite and be able to just have a smooth, fluid gameplay. So in this video, I spent around $500 total in order to build a computer that could possibly get 360 FPS constantly in-game in Fortnite. So the specs of this build are pretty crazy if you really look at it from a blank perspective, but these specs are just what you need in order to get the maximum FPS possible. As you guys can see, we have Z690 plus DDR4 motherboard with 2 sticks of 8 GB of DDR4, which I'm going to be overclocking it in this video in order to get a massive FPS boost. Now, the CPU is an i7-13700K, which I found for a nasty deal on Amazon, which was only around $195. And the cooler is obviously around $100. Power supply is free, but you can just say it's around $100 because that's all you need to spend for this type of build. And the GTX 1650 is around $150. So all in all, it comes around to $545 for this whole entire build. And yes, we do not have a case at all. As you see, all we've got is a motherboard box, the motherboard, the GPU, the SSD, and everything else that's needed for the maximum performance. Now, you might be asking, Zilly, is it really possible to get this amount of FPS on that bad of a graphics card? The answer is quite simply yes, because the game is very, very CPU intensive. So on all low settings, and then just dropping down the resolution to 1280 by 720 or 1600 by 900, you are easily able to get 360 FPS and it'll be smooth. Now, however, during visual effects, the game does drop a lot compared to a different graphics card, which is my 3090. Anytime there's some visual effects going on, the graphics card is already maxed out, just running around in unlimited FPS because that 99% GPU usage. If you're trying to build a PC that's kind of like this, then I recommend either stepping up the graphics card or maybe going used. So without further ado, let's go through the stuff that I did in order to achieve this feat on this $500 PC. All right, guys, so we are on the PC right now, as you guys can see. And what we're gonna do is gonna just check our current FPS in the Raider 464 1v1 map. So just to prove to you guys that this is the 13700K, as you guys can see, this is the 13700K with DDR4 16 GB. We are running it at 3000 megahertz and the GTX 1650, which is, as you can see, completely maxed out in Fortnite. But if we just go to the bottom of this map and just look, so we are getting around 650 FPS. Just looking around here, it will go a little bit higher. So around 690, somewhere around there, which is not too bad at all. However, as you guys can see, as soon as we start building, the FPS drops drastically to like 300s, which basically that's just because the graphics card is that great. So now what I'm going to do is, this is on a custom OS. As you guys can see, I am testing this on a custom OS. I cannot get a stock OS working right now. The FPS on default with no BIOS tweaks, with nothing done to it, is going to be a little bit better than a default OS. So if I was on default Windows, the FPS would be a lot worse in the game. But since I'm on a custom OS, it's kind of already tuned. It's going to get a little bit better FPS than everything default. So now I'm going to go back to BIOS, as you guys can see, and I'm going to show you guys what I did on this PC to get stable 360 FPS in game. All right, guys, so as you guys can see, this is the BIOS on this motherboard, and it's pretty basic. It's an Asus Tough Gaming Plus motherboard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press F7 on my keyboard and head over to AI Tweaker. Now, as you guys can see, this looks a lot really complicated, but I did is personally, I disabled Intel Adaptive Boost Technology, Asus Multi-Core Enhancement. I set it to enabled remove all limits, and you can see why I'll do this in a second, but basically I am overclocking the CPU in this video, so this doesn't matter for overclocking your CPU. However, if you are just running the PC default, I don't really recommend this if you're overheating, so make sure to keep that in note. Now I'm going to scroll down, and performance core ratio, I set this to sync all cores, and then for this CPU I was able to clock it at 5.6 gigahertz. I'm going to scroll down, DRAM timing control. This is where I started changing a lot of stuff for the RAM. So what I did is I raised up the timings a little bit, just like so, and then I went back and I set the DRAM frequency to 3600. I was not able to get higher on this motherboard, unfortunately, but 3600 is still a great speed. From 3000 I was able to get a huge FPS boost, and I do lower some of these sub timings down here, so I'm going to do that real quickly. Now that's just the optimizations for overclocking your RAM and your CPU. I'm not going to go very in depth in this, but that's pretty much what I did. Then I went over to CPU configuration. I did the following. I completely disabled the efficiency cores on this processor because for Fortnite that does not really help it. Hyperthreading I also disabled so I get better overclocking capabilities, and I could get lower temperatures and lower latency. NTOP virtualization technology, I also disabled that for lower latency, and I went power management control. And the biggest thing in here is CPU C states. I disabled these. But yeah, that's pretty much the most of the BIOS settings that I did right there. I just ran through them, and I also disabled ASUS Armory Crate because this bloatware. Now I'm just gonna load my profile that I did earlier, which has all the overclocks. So as you guys can see, if we go to AI tweaker, all these voltages are now changed, as you guys can see, and my DRAM frequency should be at 3600, not 3000. So let me just change that real quickly. And then if we go to DRAM time, all this stuff is completely changed over. So now I'm just gonna go save and exit, save changes and reset, and I'm gonna see how much FPS we can get out of this. And as you guys can see, it's loaded up into ZillioOS. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna launch Fortnite, and I'm gonna just double check everything, and then we can just launch Fortnite and see how much FPS we get now. All right, so we're loaded back up, and as you guys can see, we're already hitting 700 FPS. I don't know what's going on with this map right now. Yeah, we're getting way more. I don't know what just happened in the map, guys, but we're getting way more FPS. As you guys can see, we just hit 800 right there. So that literally boosted our FPS by 200. Let me just reload the map and make sure that it's not bugged out. All right, guys, so as you guys can see, we are just hitting 700 on the up arrow way more consistently now. Now, if I do hop on the ramp, it is going to boost our FPS a little bit. So as you guys can see right there, 800 FPS right there. All right, so let's feel the input delay a little bit because it was absolute trash earlier. This guy's just not there. Oh my god. Yeah, it's just placing so much better. You just can't play Fortnite with no tweaks, man. Like, I don't even play this game that much, and I'm like doing a lot better just because of that. As you guys can see, we just dropped like to 300 because of the graphics card being completely maxed out. So if you go to performance, dude, like as you guys can see, 98% on a GTX 1650 on a game that is supposed to be CPU intensive. So definitely, if you do have a GTX 1650, it would be an upgrade point. If you're just playing creative, man, it's like really good. You really don't have to upgrade if you're just playing creative all day. Yeah, even the input delay is way better now just because of that. But see how good we could beat them. But yeah, guys, as you guys can see, we're just getting way more consistent frames on there. So now I'm going to try lowering the resolution to 1280 by 720. So as you can see, my cursor is huge now. Oh yeah. Yeah, we get 700 way more consistently. Let me see. Yes, I'm not dropping that much frames anymore while building, which is really great. So I think I just found pretty much what you want to do if you have a 1650, and that's just play on a lower 3D resolution or just a lower screen resolution, which, I mean, guys, on my screen, this looks completely fine. The cost for this is pretty much you're getting way more consistent frame rate on a graphics card that really just can't keep up with the game, especially on unlimited frames. It has an easier time keeping up with the frames now just because you lower the resolution down a little bit. So now we'll just hop in a match and see how much FPS we get consistently. All right, boys, so we're in the pre-lobby on OG Fortnite, and I'm only going to be using OG Fortnite for this video because I don't really like playing any other mode. So as you guys can see, we are dropping a little bit of frames here, but this is pre-lobby, so it doesn't really matter. But either way, 360 FPS completely, from what you can see, is completely stable on this PC. So let's see how much the graphics card is working. So yeah, as you guys can see, around, depends on how much frames you're getting, but let's just look at the battle bus FPS because battle bus FPS always goes crazy. Yeah, dude, we're getting like almost, I was able to get 1500 on stream on this computer a while ago. So yeah, around 1000 FPS, but let's just jump somewhere. I'm gonna go Salty Springs and see, considering this is on 1280 by 720. So I am noticing this resolution a lot. It's not too bad. I used to play on this resolution a lot whenever this graphics card was my main graphics card. So yeah, if you definitely have a 1650 or under, the specific 1650 model, I'm gonna throw it up right there what it looks like. It's the Zotac one fan, the exact same one I got right now. And yeah, I mean, considering this is the Zotac one, you might have more frames than me if you do have a better graphics card from Zotac. Yeah, so if you look at that, I'm just getting like 500 looting right here, 500, 400. Oh, that's not looking good. So there we go, got our first kill right there. Not sure how much we dropped frames. I literally didn't even notice it. Pretty much plays like the exact same thing on 1280 by 720, like my 3090, whenever I used to have it installed into my computer. And I was with an i9 and with DDR5. Really don't have to spend that much money to play Fortnite and get a really good consistent frame rate in order to play competitively. There we go, got him. There we go, he's dead. 600 frames, just jumping off right there. It's hard to keep up looking at my frames while I'm building and stuff. Oh yeah, let's get these guys. Where's he? Oh yeah, that was such an easy kill right there. Oh, that's not good, guys. Holy crap, that's not good. But, well, hopefully you guys understood that we could pretty much get 360 FPS on a pretty bad graphics card. As long as we can tune our CPU and our RAM to the max, we could get crazy frame rates from our graphics card without really sacrificing performance and able to play a game at a competitive level. So if you guys learned anything from this video, then comment down below what you've learned. But as you guys can see, I don't really have to do anything crazy. All I did was just overclock the RAM, overclock the CPU, get my BIOS completely tuned, and then just lower the resolution down a little bit for the game. And I was able to pretty much get, to be honest, the whole time I was playing that round right there, I was getting around 400 to 500 FPS, which, I mean, that's crazy. 1920 by 1080, I wasn't able to do that on stream. Just for this video, I dropped the resolution to 1280 by 720. And honestly, I could say that it's completely playable. You are reducing the resolution a little bit and making it harder for yourself to see, but you are getting consistently high frame rates and you're able to just react the same way as if you had a $800 graphics card or a $500 graphics card. So if you guys enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. And if you guys are interested in pretty much getting the same thing done to your computer, now obviously if you have a higher end PC, you are going to get more frames and you are going to be able to play at a higher refresh rate and a higher resolution, and you just want a PC tune, then go to the first link in the description and book a PC optimization service. This is pretty much what I do all day. But as you guys can see, this build right here that I pretty much built for under $500 pretty much got me 500 or 400 FPS in game just running around on OG Fortnite. Anyways, that's gonna be pretty much it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.